change is not going to happen. And there's 4 things that I would like to see happen as far as change as it relates to social injustice and police brutality and just everyday living in America.
Mm-hmm.
One, I hope to see this electoral college dismantled.
Yep, I agree with that.
2,
I definitely agree.
Change the name of the White House to the President's House, the House of the United States of America.
I agree with that.
Uniform. Make June 13th
a holiday.
The 13th federal holiday.
Juneteenth, yeah.
Yeah, to make Juneteenth.
Yeah, I got you. I agree with that. Holiday. Agree with that.
And then also, and I believe the most two important factors I want to see change on, it would be this last one. You have your Army, you have your Marine, you have your Coast Guard, you have your Navy, you have your Air Force, right? Mm-hmm. Why not make a 6th military branch being local police? So that way that every police station, every barrack, every sheriff's office, everything is underneath the umbrella of the United States of America, and there's uniformity, there's uniform change, and there's accountability across the board. And all of these hick-billy, no-name places and redneck towns that if you're a police officer, if you're a cop, there's a chain of command to the top, being United States of America.
So
and not the same councilman who's been there for 35, 40 years.
Yeah. So
those are my 4 things. As we say, change.
Yeah.
Those are 4 things that I want that not gonna happen. Honestly, let the players vent for the week. If they leave, there will be no season because you gotta do the 14-day quarantine. And I'm not saying for them to leave to leave. I'm not saying for them to finish or not finish.
Yeah.
But I believe the change that has to happen, the season could still be done, and then that change could still come.
Yeah. So I agree with all your points. I do agree with the thing with police reform. I agree with that. I do think that they need to. There's 2 things that need to change with that. I agree with you with that one. Number one, the police unions, police need to be held accountable, right? They can't just get fired and then go work for another county. They shoot somebody 4 times and then they'll get paid leave, right? But I want them to get you're right. Have all that stuff local because I think we need to focus more on the training aspect of police officers too.
Let the training be somewhere where every police officer goes to.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's
so it's uniformed.
How Marines all refer to Paris Island.
Yeah.
Or just stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think it needs to be
allow individual policing systems to deal with it. It has to stop, man. It has to.
Yeah, and I also think that 2 things. Shout out to Rose. We talked about this today, but 2 things. We don't need to. The police don't need all them guns because most times there's not going to be a riot in the city. That's very rare. This happens every 10 years. Number 2, the training. I just said, and I agree with the uniformity, Todd. And number 3, I think they need to get rid of the search and seizures. They just can't. Police can just come in your house without a warrant, right? There's a law that's stating that, and it was passed in the 80s when there was the Black Panther Party. It was a lot of police were militarized because of them. It's a lot of laws that were passed, but the legal search and seizures need to go too because come on, man, that's how Breonna Taylor. They just it's incorrect. It was the wrong house anyway. They just can't go around busting doors, man.
I don't want nobody telling me how to do my job.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna tell them how to do their job. But what I will say is, if the proper training and the proper resources, I ain't gonna say how many guns they do or don't need because, hey,
obviously some of these laws need to be changed, but it has to be. They're not going to do it because every jurisdiction has their own laws. But I'm saying they need to have like a uniform. Like
I do
especially some
agree
of
with
these,
that. I didn't even
like
think
you
about
said,
that.
search and seizure, like the choking thing. Some of
Yeah.
these jurisdictions, some of these cities that have police barracks, they don't ban the use of being choked, so you can still choke people. Some do, some don't. There's a
Well,
website
that's just
that
like that cop who still put his knee on somebody's neck
Yeah.
in Arlington, Virginia. Like you're not even a dummy. You're just a racist bastard who just don't care.
Yeah.
Like
that's the problem. You're still going to have these people, regardless of whatever training that they go through. They're going to have these beliefs, and because they're cops, that they can just do whatever they want.
Exactly.
You can't do
So yeah,
anything.
they had to be held accountable though. They had to be held accountable though.
No, right, exactly.
They had to be held
That's the whole
accountable.
point of making uniform. The training is one thing, but when you do wrong,
you talking about, okay,
it goes up the chain of command, buddy.
You got to be held accountable.
It's called the UCMJ, what they have for the military, Uniform Code of Military Justice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, just held accountable.
We had to deal with that.
I was talking to Rose earlier. Can you imagine if the cop that shot Jacob Blake was like, dang it, I just lost my pension and I got to do a bid. Woo! Well, that changes things. That changes a lot.
The cop that shot George Floyd, he wasn't put on admin leave. So now he will be tried as a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, we need stuff. That's exactly what we need.
You're not tried as an officer of the law.
Right. That's what we need. Accountability. Because it changes. It changes after that. Now you in a prison with you a general pop as a cop. So
G-pop, baby. As a former cop.
Yeah, former cop. So that's what needs to happen. Accountability, man. I feel like a lot of that would change if it was uniform and people were held accountable. Because they're not. They're not held accountable, man. They get paid leave. That's crazy, You can shoot an innocent black person and get paid leave.
I haven't heard from one black cop.
One black cop, he got fired. He got let go. I know he was on Instagram. He got fired.
Because of what he said.
Yeah.
See, I haven't heard from any black cops.
Yeah, there's been a couple black cops that came out. What I've seen.
I want to see hear what they think when they see their white counterparts do stuff like that, and then basically just get away with it, like
that's a good
killing a black person or shooting a black person, either one, and then they just get away with it. Like what that's your boy, or that might have been your boy, or you don't even know who he is, but he's a policeman. Like what is your thoughts at this point? I kind of want to interview a black cop.
Yeah, to see.
Especially a black cop that has dealt with that in their own precinct, to see exactly what goes through their mind. Because, like, to me, I honestly don't know what I would do. Like, I don't know if I can handle it, honestly. But
yeah, that's some wild stuff, man.
It's a weird situation, and I just want to know.
Because that's a culture like built itself. Because I feel like they have their own culture.
I'm sure that they're outnumbered in the police.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Hey Craig, I support you on that notion. Because I said a couple of friends of mine, I don't think I could have watched George Floyd be choked for 8 minutes and 34 seconds.
Yep.
It might have just been 2 dead black men in that day.
Yeah. It's crazy. I know they see.
And I'm not saying I would have gone to beat the officer. I think I could have at least rushed him or at least caused enough scene.
Be like, hey,
to where
man,
he stopped choking him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, the shorter cop of the two who happened to be of the Asian heritage. I don't know how much training he might have just been in for a dogfight and just started shooting.